Practice this. Stick to the glass. No improv, no theatrics. Just head the ball.
These players are doing whatever they want all the time. We need to control this. He's not even listening to me. Don't talk to me. Guys, we're filming you.
Estoy a esto.
I knew you, but I didn't know your name. Hey, what are you doing?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Come on! 5 minutes. Going down to 4. About 3. You're at 1.
Man, can we leave?
A running shoe company from Oregon, of all places, managed to build a storytelling empire that rivals Disney and Marvel? For decades at major World Cups, a battle has been waged, not just on the pitch, but for the hearts and minds of billions of viewers. And this isn't just about selling shoes and jerseys. It's a battle for cultural supremacy. In this arena, Nike completely changed the game. While their rival Adidas has been a key FIFA partner for ages, famously supplying the official match ball since 1970, Nike mastered the art of the ambush. They created their own parallel World Cup experience that often felt more real, more exciting, and more culturally relevant than the tournament itself. This is the story of how Nike went from being an outsider to the undisputed king of football storytelling, creating a universe that redefines sports marketing forever. Section 1, the underdog enters the arena. Back in the early 1990s, the world of football was a fortress, and Adidas was its king. They had the turf, the ball, the kits. They felt like they owned the very soul of the game. Nike, an American brand built on running and basketball, was a relative outsider, but they saw an opportunity. They saw a sport with a global passion that was simply unmatched, and they decided to challenge the giant. Their strategy couldn't be to play by the rules. Without the official sponsorship rights, they were legally boxed out, so they created their own game. This was the birth of their ambush marketing playbook. Instead of sponsoring the event, they sponsored the players, the renegades, the icons, the ones who embodied the Nike spirit. Their early ads, like the iconic 1988 airport commercial with the Brazilian national team, they weren't just ads, they were short films. They were moments of pure, unfiltered joy that captured the spirit of the game better than any logo on a banner. While Adidas had the official rights, Nike was winning the conversation. Their guerrilla tactics were reportedly so effective that a significant number of viewers perceived them as the official sponsor, a huge testament to the power of their storytelling. They established a core principle that would define their success for decades. You don't need to sponsor the tournament if you can own the story. Section 2, the turning point. Risk everything. 2014. By 2014, Nike was a football powerhouse. But the battle with Adidas was more intense than ever. That's when they launched what many consider to be their masterstroke, the Risk Everything campaign. The narrative was built around the colossal pressure faced by a generation of superstars: Cristiano Ronaldo, Wayne Rooney, and Neymar. With the world on their shoulders, Nike's message was clear. Greatness requires you to gamble it all. The campaign was a global entertainment experience. It kicked off with gritty films showing the players preparing for the weight of the world. But the cinematic piece was The Last Game, a 5-minute animated epic. It painted a picture of a dystopian future where football had become joyless and predictable, run by a villain who replaced human players with flawless, risk-averse clones. The film's heroes, animated versions of Ronaldo, Ibrahimovic, and others, I hope I said that right, are brought back to save football by playing with pure instinct and creativity, to risk everything. The results were staggering. The campaign was credited with driving massive growth for Nike's football division and a significant jump in footwear sales across key markets. Digitally, it was a phenomenon, amassing hundreds of millions of viewers and becoming one of the most shared branded videos on Facebook at the time. According to some market analysis, Nike wasn't just an advertiser at the 2014 World Cup. They were the most viewed brand of the entire tournament, solidifying their position as a dominant force in global football. Section 3, building the football-verse. Risk everything was a pivotal moment, but it was also the foundation for something much bigger. After 2014, Nike began to shift its strategy from creating singular, epic campaigns to building a persistent, interconnected world. This was the beginning of the football-verse. The idea was first named outright in their 2022 campaign, a mind-bending short film where scientists in a secret Swiss lab decide to finally settle the ultimate debate. Who is the greatest of all time? Suddenly, Kylian Mbappe is facing off against a prime Ronaldinho. The 1998 and 2002 versions of Ronaldo Nazario are on the same pitch. It was a love letter to football fans, a fantasy brought to life that tapped directly into the endless what-if conversations that fuel the sport. The football verse wasn't just a clever ad. It was a platform. It was designed to encourage a new generation of players to prove that the future of the sport has infinite potential. They were no longer just telling a story every 4 years. They were building a world that lived and breathed between the tournaments. This evolution in storytelling from a single campaign to an entire universe is a masterclass in brand building. And if you're finding this kind of analysis valuable, take a second to subscribe to the channel. That helps me create more deep dives just like this one. And for all things branded entertainment, stay tuned. According to Clay. Section 4. As the 2026 World Cup approached, the football verse evolved again. The strategy coalesced around a new ethos. Rip the script. This wasn't just a campaign title. It was a declaration of intent. Instead of one big ad, Nike announced a 12-week marathon of content, collaborations, and cultural moments. The 6-minute anchor film for Rip the Script is a brilliant piece of meta-narrative. Set on a Hollywood movie lot, it shows football's biggest stars going off script, abandoning the cliches of a typical sport commercial to play with pure, chaotic joy. The cast is bigger than ever, a true flex of Nike's cultural power. Football icons like Cristiano Ronaldo, Kylian Mbappe, and Erling Haaland share the screen with cultural titans from outside the sport. We see LeBron James, Travis Scott, and even Kim Kardashian, who Nike playfully cast as the ultimate soccer mom. The casting is completely intentional. It's Nike explicitly positioning football at the intersection of sport, music, fashion, and entertainment. It's a strategy designed to expand the universe beyond diehard fans and into the broader cultural conversation. The new era also leans heavily on nostalgia. Nike began releasing iconic products from its past, most notably seen with Travis Scott sporting a custom Cactus Jack shirt inspired by the Total 90 line from the early 2000s. They didn't just bring back old designs, they reimagined them. Understanding that for a new generation, football culture is as much about streetwear and personal style as it is about what happens on the pitch. The T90, once a tool for power for players like Wayne Rooney, is now a piece of cultural heritage. It's another thread in the rich tapestry of their universe, connecting the past with the present. Section 5, the blueprint behind the empire. So, how did they do it? How did Nike build this empire? It comes down to 4 core pillars that serves as their main blueprint for success. First, they mastered emotional storytelling. Nike gets a fundamental truth. People don't buy what you do. They buy why you do it. Their ads are never just about the performance of a shoe. They're about the human drama of the sport. The pressure, the sacrifice, and the sheer joy of overcoming the odds. Second, they created a universe, not just an ad campaign. By building the football verse, they gave their audience a world to belong to. It's a world with its own heroes, its own lore, and its own iconic artifacts. This transforms passive viewers into active participants and loyal citizens of the brand. Third, they perfected the art of cultural fusion. With Rip the Script, Nike showed that modern brand building is about breaking down silos. By bringing figures like Lisa from Blackpink and Travis Scott into their football world, they're not just borrowing relevance, they're creating a new cultural center of gravity where sport and pop culture become one and the same. And finally, they understood the power of the underdog. For decades, Nike has been the unofficial voice of the World Cup. Their entire football narrative is built on being the challenger, the renegade who rewrites the rules. This David versus Goliath story is universally appealing, and it has allowed them to consistently command the world's attention without ever being the official sponsor. From risk everything to rip the script, Nike's journey in football has been a relentless evolution of storytelling. They started by crashing a party they weren't even invited to and ended up building their own stadium. They proved that you don't need an official logo to capture the world's imagination. You just need a better story. They don't just sell shoes, they sell heroism. They don't just sponsor athletes, they build universes. And in the process, they created a storytelling empire that's not only redefined football culture for a generation, but has also provided a blueprint for how to build a modern brand. They ripped the script of traditional advertising and in doing so, wrote their own legacy. This has been According to Clay. I'm Clay. If you like more traditional storytelling breakdowns like this, or branded entertainment breakdowns just like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and follow us for more.